The truth is, the healthcare system is practically designed not to listen to you. Between metrics that are pushing quantity over quality, insurance companies controlling the delivery of care, and these forced 10 to 15-minute appointment spots, doctors are under immense pressure. However, that never makes it okay for patients to feel dismissed or ignored. Because at the end of the day, we have one shared goal, and that's for people to live their best lives through better health. It's a sad truth that over half of people report their symptoms are dismissed or ignored by their healthcare provider, and nearly 3/4 of people feel a lack of compassion from their physician. And yet, over 85% of adults living in the United States had at least one visit with a healthcare provider over the course of a year, and over 50% of those visits were with a primary care provider. This tells us the need and want for better health is there, and the first step is to being heard. So here today, in a few short minutes, I'm going to provide you with the tools to navigate your healthcare appointments effectively and hopefully with less stress. First though, I'm Dr. Raj, board certified family medicine physician. Here through my channel, I share everyday healthy living tips. If you find this content helpful, please do like and subscribe below. All right, let's get started. Here are my 4 steps that will help you take back control of your medical appointments and ensure you walk out with a real plan, feeling heard and empowered. Think about scheduling your doctor's appointment the same way you'd schedule an oil change for your car. If you book an oil change and then once you're there, ask the shop to fix a few other non-urgent issues at the same time, you risk rushed, incomplete work, unexpected charges, and delays for everyone. Doctor's visits work the same way. Schedule problem-focused visits. Stick to 1 to 2 related concerns per appointment and always bring up your highest priority concern first. And yes, sometimes you'll hear we'll have to schedule another appointment to discuss that. I know that's frustrating, but most of the time, that's your physician trying to do right by you and make sure that every concern is getting its deserved time and attention without running 45 minutes late into the next patient's appointment. Now, while we're on the topic of delayed appointments, I want to take a quick pause here and talk about this because this is a significant source of stress and frustration for patients. If your physician is running late, take note of what they say when they walk into the room. For example, when I'm running behind, I start by apologizing and let my patient know that I will give them the full time they deserve and that they're scheduled for. Now, if your physician doesn't say that explicitly or ensure that you will get your full time of the appointment, it is very reasonable to speak up. You can say something like, I do have a few pressing concerns today, and I want to make sure we have time to discuss them. That statement does 2 important things. It shows that you're understanding that delays happen, but at the same time that your concerns and time matter. Advocating for yourself doesn't mean being confrontational. However, it ensures that you're not quietly rushed through an appointment that you've waited weeks or months for. This is red flag number 1. If instead you're met with defensiveness, dismissal, or pressure to just be quick, that's a sign to pause and take note. If this is a habit, that may be a sign to switch because you deserve a provider who listens, sets clear expectations, and works with you to use your time effectively. Leave your annual physical exam for when you're actually feeling well. The annual physical is not the appointment to unload every symptom you've had for the past year that you've put off, and here's why. If you're sick or not feeling well, preventive screening tests such as mammogram and colonoscopy are not at the top of your priority list, understandably. So don't waste time talking about these type of screening tests when they're not relevant to you at the moment. Annual physicals are designed to focus on prevention, age-appropriate screening tests, immunizations, lifestyle habits like nutrition, movement, sleep, and stress, and long-term disease prevention and overall health maintenance. There is a frustrating financial piece to this that many people don't realize. The annual physical is typically covered by insurance. However, when additional concerns are brought up during this visit, then that may convert a part of that visit to a problem-focused appointment, which then accrues its own charges. So this means not only is this not saving money, it could potentially be more expensive. Bottom line, schedule problem visits when something is wrong. Save your annual exam for when you're feeling well and ready to focus on prevention. Try to get to your appointment 10 to 15 minutes early, not only to complete the necessary paperwork, but that helps you take time to mentally prepare and run through what you're going to discuss during the appointment. Always go with notes. Please don't skip this step. It is essential, whether you have it handwritten or on your phone. Please go with notes to ensure that you remember everything that you wanted to talk about for that day. And it also avoids the post-appointment effect of, darn, I wish I had mentioned that. Make sure your notes include a medication list, including over-the-counters, supplements, herbal home remedies you've tried, with exact names and doses. Include a timeline of your symptoms, describing exactly when they started, what makes them better or worse, what has helped, what hasn't, if it's happened before, if there's a pattern, if it's affecting your daily life, and if similar symptoms have happened to any family members. If your concerns are anything about skin, have pictures pulled up and ready to go on your phone. Now for the elephant in the room, using AI to prepare for your appointment. Using AI to research your symptoms or conditions can actually be helpful if you use it the right way. Think of AI as a tool to help you organize your thoughts, not to replace your physician. Bring what you've learned as questions and not conclusions. For example, I read that this could be related to X. Do you think that applies to me? This approach invites a productive conversation and one in which your physician can now understand what you're worried about. This brings us to red flag number 2. If your physician shuts down or becomes dismissive of the information you've researched, that's very important to pay attention to. Here's a list of the most important questions to ask your healthcare provider, especially if you want to leave with clarity and next steps. I've also pinned this list into the comment section below so you can copy, paste, and take it to your next appointment. Before the appointment ends, make sure you summarize the plan out loud, as this helps you and your physician be on the same page in terms of next steps. This simple step of summarizing back out loud helps catch misunderstandings, clarifies next steps, and ensures you leave that appointment with clarity and confidence. This brings us to red flag number 3. There's no clear plan or follow-up. If appointments end without clear next steps, timelines, or guidance on what to do if you don't improve, you're not getting thoughtful care. Good medicine includes a plan and accountability. Lab work and imaging are often essential to reaching a diagnosis and improving your symptoms. If tests were ordered, make a plan to complete them. And if you already know you don't want or won't be doing those tests, speak up during the appointment so an alternate plan can be discussed. And finally, please make sure you follow up if your symptoms have not resolved within the timeline discussed. In summary, good health is hard work, but it should be a team effort between yourself, your physician, healthcare team, all rooted in respect, open communication, and strong partnership. Care is collaborative and you deserve to be heard. I hope this information here today helps you feel more prepared for your next appointment.